Hi, I'm Breton from A&BPrivateTutors. I want to walk you through how to use this study guide because it can be kind of daunting when you first look at it. So I do have instructions on the K side and down. These may look slightly different when I upload this because the video will be in here. But let's walk through how this study guide works and how to use it effectively. So let's start by just getting the lay of the land here. So in the first column here, A, we have all of the goalposts. These correspond to this broad goal setting box over here. You can see that I have the date setup at which the date setup is telling you what goalpost you need to be at. So on this example, we have a person who's testing March 24th in 2023. So they need to have reached goalpost 13 by January 15th. So that means by January 15th, they'll have wanted to complete everything from the digestive system and above. To interact with this, you can enter your own test date here. And if you want to keep track of how many modules you've completed, you can enter that here as well. The rest of this will auto-calculate, so you don't have to worry about it. To give yourself a bit of future heads up, I have it set to calculate how many modules you should be completing per day or per week to stay on track. And then you'll see that the next column over, it's the macro topic. So biology, biochemistry, psychology, sociology, physics, et cetera, et cetera. And then I have it linked to the Kaplan book chapters. Many students use the Kaplan books. I was one of them. If you aren't using the Kaplan books, that's totally okay. This is just a peer reference material. So while the book chapters are referenced here, I do not want you to go and read these chapters cover to cover. That is a horrible use of time. The books are here in sort of an encyclopedia type way. So the only reason you would ever go to this book chapter is if you had no idea about the nervous system, or you had a very rough area where you just wanted some additional context. So first thing you should do is go to the videos. So all you need to do is click on the link you want to start, and it'll automatically pull up and scroll down to the area you need to be working. So if you see up here where the hashtag is, hashtag neural cells, that's exactly what it'll bring you to. So you only need to do the neural cell section. You don't need to do everything else like the neural membrane potentials. So you'll watch all of these videos and take Anki notes while doing them. So how does that look like? I'll show you that as well. So if you have one screen or two screens, you can kind of spread things out. I'll just split screen this because a lot of people only have one screen. So on the left side, I like to have the videos pulled up, and on the right side, I'll pull up Anki. So I also strongly recommend you download Anki. So what you're going to do is create a new deck, call it study deck, hit enter, and we'll use this. So to add a new card, you'll just click add. Again, I'm going to just split screen this, make it a bit smaller. And then I always want to turn this type over to close. It's just the superior card method. You want to make sure both of these sticky toggles are not have a slash through them. You want to make sure they're unslashed, so that way you don't lose the information. And then you're going to simply click on a video and start playing it. So this looks a little small because I'm split screening. I'll turn the volume so you can hear this.
The different types of neural cells. The word neural or the prefix neuro just refers to the nervous system. So the neural cells are cells of the nervous system.
So maybe that's some important information you want to write down. So I'll write neural means nervous, or is referring to the nervous system. And this is how you have probably typically taken notes. It's just almost exactly what they say. But there's a second way to take notes that you'll find very beneficial for Anki, and it is forming them in a question and answer. To take the same content and rephrase it, I would say, what does neural mean? Then my answer to that would be, is referring to the nervous system. So you'll go through, do this for a bunch of different things. Let's just look for another example.
Because they're once thought to do little except glue neurons together. The structure of the nervous system is divided into two main parts. The first part is mainly made up of the brain in the head and the spinal cord in the spine.
So there's another natural one. So I'll write, what are the two main divisions of the nervous system? Then the central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system, which it didn't quite get to yet, but it's going to. So I'll skip ahead where it's talking about that. And another nice aspect about Anki is you can grab images as well. So if you want this to refer to later, in case you forget, because you'll be seeing these cards months from now when you're taking your exam. So after you've gone through the video, you probably have maybe 10 notes to get to the end. Now you're done. Now you can full screen Anki because this is all you want to focus on. If you've done it in the form of question and answers, it's as easy as copying it, pasting it up here, getting rid of the little A, highlighting this, turning it into a close, and hitting add. You've just made a card. So I'll show you what this card looks like now. So when you're studying, you'll see this. It'll say, what does neural mean? You'll say, I don't know. Hit enter. Boom. This is the answer. If you got it right, cool. You can say I got it right by hitting spacebar. And if you didn't, and even if you did, it'll show you all of this information underneath. So you can quickly relearn if you forgot to fill in those gaps. So I love Anki. I strongly recommend you use it in tandem with a study guide to make sure that you can actually retain what you remember. And then further explaining this, the video time, I have listed just how long you can expect these videos to take. The notable crazy one is Biology Cell 1. This is a 7-hour module. It is a beast, so don't worry if you start with this one, they will get easier. And then the date started, this is for you to fill in, so to kind of track the pace that you're at. And then the Anki cards made. So this is kind of what I was referring to earlier. Did you make 10 cards, 8 cards per video? Again, it's kind of nice to see and track your progress in this area. And that's all there is to using this customized study sheet. Proceed from goalpost 1 to 2 to 3, etc., until you get to the very end. Currently, there are 106 goalposts. So now that you have access to this awesome study guide where it has all of the content you need to do well on the MCAT, all that's left is to put this together. You need a good strategy to actually employ this well on the MCAT. The sooner you learn that strategy, the sooner you can start practicing more effectively. I am offering the most cost-effective strategy course I've ever seen online. Please go to A&BPrivateTutors.com to go check it out. And if you join, I'll be seeing you in the live sessions. See you there. Bye-bye.